Hi everyone. My name is Ram from Wingard First Japan. Today I'm your presenter and I would like to welcome you all to the MotionBoard version 6.4 Spring update. New feature highlights. I will explain all the new features with demonstration, so stay tuned. Let me share my screen quickly. So in this video, I will introduce the new features of MotionBoard version 6.4 Spring Update that was released on May 7, 2024 with a demonstration. A quick note before we start, if you are already using MotionBoard 6.4, you can download the patch from our support site and apply it to your environment to use the new features. The download page is linked in the description of this video. So please note that you will need to log in to the support site to download. If you are using a version prior to 6.4, please contact our sales representative or our contact desk. The contact information is also listed in the description of this video. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to share before we start. Now, let's start the introduction to the new features of MotionBoard version 6.4 Spring Update. Today, I will explain the new features using this document. You can download this document from our support site. Please check the description of this video for the download link. This document is divided into 4 chapters. In the first chapter, I will provide an overview of the Spring Update. In the subsequent chapters, 2, 3, and 4 respectively, I will explain the details of each feature with a demonstration using the actual screen. Now let's move on to the first chapter. In this chapter, I will provide an overview of the MotionBoard version 6.4 Spring Update. The MotionBoard version 6.4 Spring Update is an update to version 6.4 that was released in 2023. This update aims to achieve two important goals. The first goal is to use MotionBoard as a business application. We have added features that not only allow users to visually analyze accumulated structured data graphically, but also make MotionBoard a more accessible tool for daily business use. Let's move on to the second goal. So the second goal is to make it easier to create dashboards. The Spring Update introduces new features to support board creation, enabling more efficient dashboard development. This significantly lowers the barrier of those who are new to MotionBoard to start developing dashboards. The details of these enhancements will be explained in following chapters. From here, I will explain the first aim of the Spring Update, that is BI as a business application. There are three key points about BI as a business application. First, we have added new features related to video. While MotionBoard has a camera linkage feature since version 6.3, we have now added several new features to make video even more effective. Secondly, we have enhanced the input functionality. One of the unique aspects of MotionBoard is its input capabilities. You can directly input data to the database. With the Spring Update, we have introduced new features to make input operation more efficient. And third, we have strengthened the date-related features. Previously, customizing calendar items was limited. However, with the Spring Update, you can now customize various settings, including holidays. This allows you to register and utilize your company's specific business days, greatly expanding the use of date-related items. Now, let's dive into detail about each of these new features. In the Spring Update, we have enhanced the video functionality. One of these enhancements is the addition of button actions to control video in image items. So if you look back previously, you had to individually control each video item using buttons displayed below the video. The, this made it impossible to control multiple videos simultaneously. However, with a new feature, you can now control multiple videos at once with a single button click. For example, this is useful in scenario like operating multiple cameras installed in a factory or retail store to compare their footage at the same time. Moving forward, additionally, you can now zoom in, zoom out, and pan on video from network cameras. You can control the camera using mouse operations through the control menu. This allows you to enlarge small, hard to see footage and check details that were previously difficult to see. Next, in the Spring update, you can now specify camera IDs using variables and switch between network camera videos. For example, by combining input items and button actions, you can freely switch cameras on a single button. Previously, you are needed to create multiple items to display different videos, which made creating and managing board cumbersome. With the Spring update, you can switch camera feeds on a single item, making it easier to keep the entire dashboard organized while utilizing videos more effectively. Now let's take a look of these video related features on the actual screen. Let me go to the demonstration part. So here I am on the demonstration screen. So here is a dashboard designed for use in manufacturing site. The board contains 4 items, like you can see in the dashboard, displaying footage for camera installed in a factory. Previously, you had to individually play and pause each video. With this update, you can now control multiple camera feeds with a single button located over here. By clicking this button, you can simultaneously play or pause all 4 videos together. This allows you to compare footage side by side on the same timeline. Let me show you the demonstration. When I'm clicking this video, you can see like all of them are kind of working and moving. But if I want to pause this, I will just click this button and this would be paused, right? So my second demonstration, let me move on to the second demonstration. So this is the page this is the demo dashboard that shows our second demonstration. So on the right half of the screen, there is an illusion of a factory with camera illustrated at line 1 and line 2. The live footage from these cameras is displayed in the item on the left side of the screen. By selecting a camera from the camera list at the bottom left, you can switch to the live feed of that camera. For example, if an issue occurs at line 1, you can immediately view the live production footage on site to check the situation. Let me show you the live version of it. So here you can see the demonstration, line 2, and here is line 1. Here is network camera list. When I'm clicking on the line 2, so the line 2 camera live footage is showing here. When I click on the line 1, so you can see the live footage of line 1, right? So that was kind of um, live demonstration. Let me go back to the explanation. Now let's return to the explanation with the materials. Next, we will explain the enhancements related to input functionality. With the Spring update, you can now switch the focus of items on the dashboard using the Tab key on your keyboard. You can specify the items and the order of tab focus within MotionBoard. MotionBoard has a feature that allows you to update the data source from the dashboard, but previously you had to click on input fields with the mouse to focus on them. With the Spring update, you can move between input fields using the tab key while entering data significantly, improving usability and work efficiency. Additionally, not only you can set tab focus for individual items, but you can also configure the tab focus order for each spreadsheet item in a card format. This also eliminates the need for mouse operations, significantly improving the efficiency of data entry tasks. Additionally, not only you can set tab focus for individual items, but you can also configure the tab focus order for each spreadsheet item in the card format. This also eliminates the need of mouse operations, significantly improving the efficiency of data entry tasks. I actually wanted to repeat this 2 times because that's the very main important point for this tab feature. Now, let's take a look at the tab focus feature on the actual screen. So let me end the slideshow and show you the demonstration. So here is a dashboard with input items. You can see like all the input items are here and corresponding other items are located here. One of the left of the screen, there are input items and the value entered here are reflected in this chart and spreadsheet item on the right side of the screen. Previously, you had to move on the cursor with the mouse and then input the values. However, with this update, you can move between items just by pressing Tab key. This significantly improves the efficiency of data entry tasks. So let's see the live thing. So I clicked on this input item and now I'm clicking on my tab key of my keyboard and I'm quickly moving to the next step without any problem. But previously you need to literally put your mouse and click there and input the data. So we have added this functionality for this time. So let me quickly move on to our document again. So now we will explain the enhancements related to date functionality. You can now create date group items such as year, month, day, day of the week, and hour from date or daytime data all at once. Previously, you had to create such date group item individually, but with the Spring update, you can create these items more effectively. Next, in the Spring update, you can now store calendar data within MotionBoard that includes information about holidays, your company business days, and non-working days. This calendar data can be used as a data source when creating dashboards, allowing you to incorporate holidays and business days into date-related items. For example, if you don't want to input data on holidays, you can configure input items to display only working days, excluding holidays. Additionally, you can display the number of remaining working days in the current year, excluding holidays, on a single-digit chart to easily track progress towards goal. Next, you can now set the start day of the week and the start day of the month for calendar items. This allows for flexible configurations, such as reflecting the system's fiscal year start date as the start of the month, or creating a calendar that displays only weekdays. For example, you can display only weekdays or set the beginning of month to a date other than the first. Isn't it cool? Now let's take a look of these settings on the actual screen. So we have created a demo dashboard for this. So here is the dashboard with calendar items. The top half of the screen shows the previous calendar items, while the bottom half displays the spring update calendar items. Previously, calendar items couldn't be customized, So all the day of the week were automatically displayed, and you couldn't specify the start date of the month. Like you can see, um, it's literally start from 5 May 1st, right? With the Spring update, you can now set the days of the week to display and specify the start date of the month, like here. For example, you can display only weekdays or set the start of the month to the day other than the first. This allows for the flexible customization to better align your company's operations. So the two key points are you can literally set any day as the start date, and at the same time, you can literally eliminate all the holidays or weekends because we don't need that. And you can customize based on your company rules and regulations. So after the demonstration for, yes. So that concludes the enhancements for the BI as a business application features. As explained, we have added features to promote the use of MotionBoard in daily operations. Next, let me explain the enhancements designed to support dashboard development. So there are three features designed to support dashboard development. First, we have made performance information visible. You can now see the processing time required to complete board rendering. This helps in improving the board display time. Second, we have created a help page for those who are creating a dashboard for the first time or are not yet familiar with motion board. You can refer to related contents of MotionBoard directly from the screen. Third, we have introduced an AI assistant. You can ask the AI assistant about how to use MotionBoard in a conversational format. However, there's a point to note. As of the time this video is being released, both the help page and AI assistant are only available in Japanese language. For information on availability in other languages, please contact our sales representative or customer support. Now let me explain in detail. First, let's look at the visualization of performance information. With performance information, you can now see information such as the time taken to display the board and process item operations. By checking the performance information, you can investigate the cause of slow board displays. For example, you can determine whether the delay is due to processing on the MotionBoard server or client, or if it is caused by the dataset processing. This helps in isolating which element is causing the slowdown. Moving forward, let me introduce the special help page for beginners. With this upgrade, you have added link text. So basically, with this update, we have added link tests to the screen that direct users to the help page. When creating a dashboard, you can refer to the beginner's help page to learn tips on how to master MotionBoard. As mentioned earlier, as of the release of this video, the special page is only available in Japanese. If you need to use in another language, please use the translation function of your web browser. I mean, you can literally translate the text using your web browser. However, edit videos would remain the same in Japanese. So please wait for the other language releases. Next, let's talk about the AI assistant powered by generative AI. When the language setting is set to Japanese, an button to open AI assistant will appear in the item toolbar at the bottom right of the screen while in the board edit mode. Clicking this button will open this AI assistant page in the new tab of your web browser. The AI assistant can answer your questions about how to use MotionBoard and its features. You can ask questions in a very conversational format, which is helpful if you can't find what you are looking for in the manual, or don't know how to search for it. Again, as a reminder, this feature is also only available in Japanese at the time of this video release. So please wait until we release the English version. And lastly, let me explain three additional enhancements. So in the Spring update, you can now configure the alignment of titles and forms, the width of the title, and the text alignment for the some items. Previously, you couldn't set the display position of titles, so you had to create titles using shapes or maybe text items to adjust the layout. But with this enhancement, you can now fine-tune the display settings for titles. Next in the Spring update, in addition to drill down, drill through, and data point action execution, you can now call button actions from JS files for plugin items. This allows you to request the execution of button items from custom programs, expanding the possibilities for utilizing plugin items with MotionBoard. And lastly, a new web API and command line feature have been added to export named user information registered in MotionWord to a CSV file. The command line features is available only for on-premises version. By obtaining information about named user, you can log into MotionBoard. You can manage a large number of users more efficiently. Yeah, so I think that concludes the introduction of new features in MotionBoard 6.4 Spring Update. If you have any questions or need any sort of further information, further assistance about the content of this video, please contact our sales representative or customer support. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day ahead and goodbye.